Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Dovey. Today we're coming to you with another pick a card reading, and we are doing You Would Be Surprised People Say This About You. Okay, so let's do the three piles. And I'll tell you what were the signifiers. Pile 1, unexpected visitors, and the number 41. Looks like this. Pile 2, coming apart, in the number 46. Pile 3, stuck in the mud, and the number 24. One more time. Pile 1, unexpected visitors. Pile 2, coming apart. And pile 3, stuck in the mud. If you need more time to choose your pile, you can pause the video here. The rest of us are going to go ahead and get started with pile 1 with unexpected visitors. Spirit, please tell me about what people say about my pile 1 that would surprise them. You have 7 of Swords, Strength, and the Devil. I was picking up on, because unexpected visitors like surprise. And then you got the 7 of Swords, the Devil, and Strength. So I feel like people think you're sneaky, but I don't know if it's necessarily a bad thing or you just like to surprise people. Let's see. 6 of Pentacles and Ace of Swords. I feel like you're a very sweet person, but when people get to know you, they see that you're very, like, kind of edgy. Like, you cuss, you like to go out, party, drink, and all that. So you may look like you're almost like a teacher or like librarian, or you have a conservative outer appearance, but when people get to know you, they find out that you are not that at all. Like, I'm getting like a quiet church mouse, but really, yeah, tower. You are really like, I feel like you're a good time, but I feel like that it's so surprising because you don't look like how you act. Your personality is like explosive. I feel like you're really talkative too. You like to talk, but you may. I feel like you're quiet because you like to observe people before you really show who you are. And I even feel like, okay, at work, you stay professional, okay? Whatever you do for a living, you go to work, you do what you're supposed to do. And then, like, when you get off work, you have a glass of wine. You may, like, smoke a joint or, like, but that's not how you appear, okay? Or you may have a strong spiritual connection. Like, you may go to church or whatever, but you still enjoy the earthly things too. You're not like very like holier than thou. 4 of Swords. Yeah, I feel like you're really laid back. 4 of Swords, 8 of Pentacles. But I feel like you really get off on people thinking that you're this uptight, nerdy, conservative person. right? And then when you let them in and they find out that's not the case, it's almost like an inside joke between you and your closest friends and family members. Because people will say, people that don't know you that well say, oh, she's so sweet and she's so, or he, I don't know, like they speak of you very highly. And not to say if you do these things that you're not a good person, but you know what I'm saying? Like they really speak these things about you, and people who know you kind of like giggle or snicker to themselves because they're like, you don't even know the half of it. Yeah, temperance. You're really good at having this balance. The moon. You may even have a little bit of a temper too. Like, I don't think you show it a lot, but if somebody pushes the right button, or maybe when you've had a little too many drinks, you've been known to like take people to task. Like I said, I feel like you have a very cutthroat, like cursed, like a sailor type of person. I also feel like you will put hands, toes, and feet on somebody if it's the right thing. Like, you don't take no disrespect. I'm getting that too. Why is the Tower here? Yeah, 9 of Wands. It takes a lot for somebody to get you there, but once you're there, you shutting it down. And they will never disrespect you again, okay? I'm getting, like, if you are a girl, you're a girl's girl. Like, you don't take no disrespect towards women, yourself or other women, right? If you're a guy, same thing. If another guy calls a girl the B word or pushes or shoves her or whatever, like, you on it, like white on rice, okay? You will beat this guy up, okay? You don't even have to know the woman, but you just don't let people disrespect women, okay? Or children or elderly, like people who are deemed vulnerable, okay? Why is the Devil here? Three of Wands. Again, I feel like you dress conservatively, but people don't know that you actually are like covered in tattoos. Or you have certain piercings, but you take them out for work. Like, so you may work in a conservative job. You may be a police officer, or you may be a teacher, or maybe even like a chef or something. Because sometimes when you work in food services, you can't have certain things, because for health reasons, safety reasons, or maybe even makeup. Like, maybe you keep it natural during the work week, but if somebody was to catch you on your off hours, you have a full face, okay? Like, you're done up. I'm getting something for probably not many of you, but I also feel like some of you like do drag or something on the weekends. But yeah, that would surprise people, okay? And the reason I'm saying like this is surprising what people say about you, I feel like for some of you, you think you're hiding this, but others know. Like, it may be a tell somewhere about you. Like, you think you have a poker face, but people may pick up on these things about you, even though you think you are hiding it, like you have a second life. But I don't think they judge you for it. I feel like most people feel like it's cool that you have these other things about you, right? And I think maybe you keep it secret because you are scared that people would judge you, or you have to keep it secret. Like I said, because you could have like a conservative job or a job that's very political. Um, but I feel like people just pick up on these things, or maybe they've seen you out but haven't like said anything to you. Some of you people pick up on that you could be a part of the LGBTQ plus community, but you think that you hide it well, or that you don't come off as that. Um, it's kind of like, because even in your signifying card, it's like she's behind the door and she's peeking out. Um, I feel like either you really think that you're hidden, but people could really see you, or this is other people that know you peeking in and seeing that you have a different world, a different personality outside of work or church. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. I feel like you're not really hiding as much as you think you are. Why is the Seven of Swords here? Ace of Pentacles. Okay. Some of you hide that you have money or that you come from money. Like you may think you dress down or you don't have like a fancy car. You might not even live in a real fancy place. But people, it's an air about you. It's the way you, like how in the Strength card, she kind of looks like she's royalty in some way, right? There's just an air about you that people can tell that you grew up nice, right? In a nice area. You went to the best schools. You probably, had a car when you as soon as you got your driver's license. I don't know, things like that. It's just something about you says money, okay? Even though you try to hide it. Why is the Strength card here? Knight of Wands. I feel like people speak about how youthful you are. No matter your age, you come off a lot younger than you are. Not in a bad way though, not like an immature way, just like how old they can't guess how old you are. But they really think that you're younger. Like if you're 50, you may look like you're 35. So they whisper about that a lot. Anything else for pile one that they'd be surprised that people say about them? Seven of Pentacles, Page of Wands. Okay, for others, for some people, they feel like you work really hard to appear young. Like you wear clothes and stuff that's trending, but it just looks like an older person trying to be hip. That's just for some of you. Anything else? Eight of Swords. Some people wonder, okay, some some people wonder, do you wear the pants in a relationship? In your relationship. So if people know you and your significant other, they think like you control that person. Ten of Wands. Some people talk about how your family has kept you like, and again, I got the Ten of Pentacles at the bottom. So if you do come from like a wealthy family, you feel burdened by that. Like you really do try to hide that you come from wealth. Like you don't want people to prejudge you, but they already like kind of know this about you, or they suspect at least. Yeah, I think that's all I'm getting for you, Pile One. That was a lot. I don't know. It felt like a little all around. I felt like a couple things were coming through, so maybe not everything in that reading pertains to you. But yeah, that's what I was picking up on for Pile One. Okay? Please like, share, and subscribe. And thank you for stopping by today, and I'll see you at the next one. Take care, Pile One. Bye-bye. Pile Two. You guys were coming apart. I feel like if you have a twin or a sibling that's really close to you in age, people talk about how different you guys really are, and they're like surprised by that. Like it doesn't even seem like you're related to this person. King of Cups. Yeah, like okay, obviously if you have a twin, this is not true. But if you have a sibling, you guys look so much different or act so much different. They wonder like, do you guys have the same two parents, or like you have different moms or different dads? Strength and Chariot. Something really tragic could have happened. And people were really surprised by how you just picked up and kept going, like your strength. Yeah, Three of Swords. So you could have went through a really bad breakup, or you could have lost someone really close to you, and people are just like, they're so, I wouldn't have been able to do it. Like I would be a complete mess. And you kind of just kept going, kept showing up, even though you were grieving. The Devil and Three of Pentacles. I think some people talk about maybe you're a little bit like a workaholic, or you put too much emphasization on your work and your career. Ace of Wands and Justice. Yeah, like the Ace of Wands is reversed. You don't leave enough playtime. You're not really balanced. You're just really about your work. Maybe they talk about, they wonder if you have friends. You may isolate yourself a lot. Yeah, Hangman. Like you're You're coming off as Piscean energy, like very aloof. Um, kind of stay to yourself. Um, but you appear to be strong. You don't appear to be a weak person or anything like that, but you just don't show a lot of emotion. Page of Swords. I feel like you speak when you need to speak. You're not a person that's gonna like just keep up like small talk. So some people may like they may joke that you're like secretly like almost like a serial, you know what? Because it's like you're so secretive, so you may come off a little cold or dark personality. So people wonder what's really going on with you. Yeah, Seven of Cups again, more Piscean energy. They really just can't read you, so that scares them. And that may be the difference between you and this other sibling. Like if you have a sibling that other people know about, your sibling is the complete opposite. So they might be very cheerful, very like a go-getter, have a lot of friends. Like they're very personable and you're not. So they often question, how can you guys even be from the same family? Yeah, he or she comes out as like the Queen of Wands. They're very magnetic, okay? And you're kind of aloof and cold. At least this is what people are saying about you. And you may not think that at all. You may think you're more conservative or reserved than your this might even be your partner too. It doesn't have to be a sibling. That's just the first thing I was picking up on. But yeah, this is how you come off because people can't read you. The Emperor. They feel like you're masculine in your energy, no matter your sex. You come off as very much like in charge. So you may be like a supervisor or a manager at your job. So you may seem like you may feel like you don't mingle too much with your coworkers because you are the supervisor. So you feel like you need to keep it very professional. But they wish that you were a little bit more personable with them and not just like tell them what to do for work. Page of Wands and Four of Pentacles. Yeah, people just want to know what kind of personality that you really have. Like, are you like this with everybody, or do you have like a switch where you turn on? They want to know like what hobbies you have. I feel like the quieter you are and the more aloof you are and the more you stay to yourself, people are more intrigued by you because they can't figure you out. Five of Wands at the bottom. Yeah, they just wish they could get like some back and forth banter between you and them. Knight of Wands and Nine of Pentacles. Some of you wonder where you got your money from, because maybe whatever you do for a living it's not known to pay a lot. You may drive like a nice like sports car or whatever, or you may be a little flashy in the way that you dress. So they want to know, like, you may wear expensive stuff. They want to know where you get your money from. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles at the bottom. They want to know, like, what are you investing in? You come from money, or they may know that you don't come from money, especially if they know your spouse. I mean, your spouse or your siblings. They may know you don't come from money. They know that you don't make a lot of money, but you wear nice things, or you drive a nice car. Or what are they investing in? Where's this money coming from? You're really coming off as somebody who is like, you know, when you watch those movies and they're like a hitman and they have like a regular life and a regular job, but on the weekends or in the evenings they're a hitman and they have all these nice clothes and cars. It's like James Bond type of life, but you are like it kind of reminds me of the movie The Accountant, where he literally works like a really bland job. He's an accountant at a corporation, but he has this whole, like, he has Picasso paintings and nice cars and a Rolex watch, and yeah, Judgment. They're like, where are they getting this from? Like, is it just falling out the sky for them? They want to know, because they want to invest in the same thing you're investing in. Five of Cups. I feel like that's just like, it's not adding up. It's not adding up. It's like you're hiding 2 cups. I feel like you do this on purpose, Pile 2. It's none of their business. And that's okay. Six of Swords. Yeah, you're like, I mind my business, so I need you to mind yours. And Page of Pentacles. You have all the pages out here, and you're missing the Page of Cups. Yeah, you're very type A personality, very methodical in your approach to things. 10 of Pentacles at the bottom. Yeah, you come off as really having your stuff together, though. Nobody doesn't think that. They think you're smart. They think you know how to make money, obviously. You run a tight ship if you are the supervisor at the job. But it's just something they can't put their finger on, and they're like whispering about it, gossiping about it. Yeah, Magician. Like, it's like it's almost like sleight of the hand. They can't figure it out. I'm picking up strongly on not just Piscean energy. I feel like that's how you appear, but I feel like you really are probably like an earth sign, maybe a Scorpio as well, because Scorpios are very hidden in who they are sometimes. Okay, but yeah, that's what I have for you, Pile 2. Very interesting. Please feel free to comment if you like, share, and subscribe. And thank you for spending time with me today. And I'll see you at the next one. Take care. Bye-bye. Okay, Pile 3. Last but not least, you guys are stuck in the mud. Let me take a little sip of water real quick and then we'll get started. Stuck in the mud. And the number 24. Some of you guys are from a different country from wherever you live. So people talk about, they have a lot of questions about your culture. They may be scared to approach you and ask you about it. But they want to know more about like the language you speak, the food that you eat. Yeah, they're very curious about your culture or ethnicity. Seven of Cups, yeah. It's a mystery to them because they don't know much about whatever. You may be from an area that's not well known. Seven of Cups and Death. Yeah, like they wonder like what religion you are. Um, yeah, they have a lot of questions about your culture. Um, but in some ways, I feel like they mock it a little bit for some people because they don't understand it. Um, they may like make noises or sounds or um, jokes behind your back. Oh, Page of Wands, the Fool. You may be very young too, and you might be here without any family, and they're wondering like, how do you do that? Like, I can't imagine being like, let's say just 18, anywhere between 18 and 25. Oh, you got the number 24. Maybe you're 24. And having to leave everything I know and go to another country. So they speak about, yeah, how they just wouldn't be able to do it. They don't think they could leave their family behind and their friends and everything they know. Especially since your culture seems so much different than where you are. Six of Wands. You're proud of who you are, though. You don't shun it. You don't try to conform to where you are. Like obviously you're trying to get to know how things work so you can get by and do what you need to do. But you're very much proud of where you're from. Knight of Swords. You may not get to speak with your family a lot because it's very expensive to call home. So you may have to like call in the evenings or off hours, but you also may send letters. And when you do speak to them, it's very, fast because you can't, like, you may be paying per minute. So you have to kind of just say what you need to say to them and then get off the phone. Hermit. Yeah, I feel like that's just like people, I feel like they wonder if you're lonely. Like, you may stay to yourself a little bit because maybe there's a language barrier or you're still getting to know everything. Or you're scared people won't accept you, so you don't really approach people. You wait for them to approach you. Yeah, the garden, like the world here feels so much larger than where you're used to. It feels much more busier too. Like you can't catch your breath. Things move faster here. Yeah, I feel like people talk about how slow you move. Like it takes you a minute to like get things and understand things because you're new to it. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, you're really trying. And Sun, you have a great smile, I feel like. Or you brighten the room. People talk about that, how you're handsome or you're, very pretty. But you're very focused and you stay to yourself because you're just trying to figure it all out. You're a little overwhelmed. You feel like you're not picking up things as fast as you should be, or this is how they're talking about you. Two of Swords and Ten of Cups. I feel like some people may have like almost like a bet going, like how long you'll last before you go back home. Like they don't think that you're gonna be able to adapt. Um, or like get like sent back home. Like they talk about maybe you being illegal or something like that, which is horrible, but unfortunately that's the climate that we're in right now. Six of Cups. Yeah, they feel like you really are homesick. Um, they may speak of how young you are. Like you may, like I say, you may be 24, but you may look really young. Like you may look like you're still like 13, 14 years old. Like you haven't hit your maturity yet. So you look a lot, way, way younger than you are. This may be like some type of college program too that you came here to do. So, or you're really smart. So maybe you are only like 16 years old, but you're here for some type of college program. So you may be ahead of your age in as far as your knowledge. Yeah, Hierophant. Like you probably could teach the classes. So you may be, they may be talking about you being very gifted or almost like a genius. The Empress. Yeah, they speak of you like you look like you still need your mommy. Like that's sad, but yeah, like you look like what like they wonder how your mom feels about sending her child away. It's still such a young age, but you know, it's for the best. It's for your advancement. King of Cups. Yeah. They really wonder about your family. They may speak about like whether or not you're here on scholarship or did somebody like fund your way to get here. Yeah, like they wonder about your visa status. Now, if you are not resonating with this, you can either pick another pile, or this could also mean that you just don't fit in wherever you are. So people whisper about you being different. That's pretty much the energy of this reading. You come off like you don't belong. Two of Cups. Yeah, I do feel like you have some people who are curious about you. Like they really want to get to know you. They want to be your friend. But it's kind of like they're scared to approach you. Probably because either you do keep to yourself and seem quiet, or they're scared about what these other people are going to say. The ones that are whispering and laughing behind your back, right? King of Coins, Six of Coins, and Five of Cups. So you may somebody wants to like offer you a job. They think that you would be good at something, but they're worried that maybe there would be a learning curve, especially if you do speak another language, but like English is your second language. You're still learning. But they really want to offer you this. That's coming through for somebody. Knight of Wands and Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, like they want to help you get established and more like financially secured here. Maybe even offer you a ride or teaching you how to drive. Like they want to help you become more established and more comfortable in this environment. Might even be somebody of the opposite sex. They may have like a little bit of a crush on you. But they're saying this to their friends, or like, I want to help this person. I want to help them be established here. I see a lot of potential in them. Wheel of Fortune, yeah. And Tower. Like, I want to surprise this person. I want to really help them. Give them a leg up, it feels like. But they're scared of like what people will say, like, because your card is stuck in the mud. So they see you struggling to get out, almost like quicksand, right? And they want to help you get more acquainted with your environment and help you adapt to this. Instead of everybody just whispering behind your back and wondering all these things about you, but nobody is offering a hand to help. And they want to be that for you. Anything else for pile 3? Three of Wands and Knight of Cups. Yeah, I feel like you're going to find love with this person. Somebody has a crush. Somebody has a crush. They're very intrigued by you. They're hoping that one day you can take them back to your land and show them, where you come from. Introduce you to their family. Like they're very much falling for you, pile 3. Well, that ended very interestingly. Sounds like a love story in the making. You'll have to let me know. Please feel free to comment if you like. Please like, share, and subscribe. And thank you for joining me today and spending time. And I'll see you at the next one, okay? Take care. Bye-bye.